We can confirm that in the past few minutes a military coup has taken place here in Thailand. The army chief has been on national television just a couple of minutes ago, and he confirmed that they have taken control of the country. Now we know that he has created an agency called the National Peace and Order Committee. That is now what is running this country. Just about half an hour ago we saw some of the leaders and some of the protest leaders that were meeting inside to try and hammer out a deal with the army chief being escorted from the place itself. We know that all the participants in fact have been detained. This is information just coming into me now here on CNN, that those participants, we know that there were members of the caretaker government. We know that there was Sutep, the anti-government protest leader, there was the pro-government protest leader, and certainly at this point we understand from officials that all of those participants have been detained. So confirmation here on CNN that there has been yet another military coup here in Thailand. Nina?
As you were saying before there, Paula, this is a country that is no stranger to political turmoil. The last time we saw a military coup was 2007. But the big question here is, why is it that 3 days ago the army said this is just martial law at the moment, we're not going to take a coup, but now they have gone for a coup d'etat? Why?
Well, at this point, that is not clear. It was quite abnormal what happened immediately after this meeting. They were inside, as I say, trying to hammer out a peaceful political deal so that all parties were at the same table and trying to decide the future of Thailand. And as you say, the army chief had said that this was not a coup 3 days ago, and yet 3 days on, he is saying on national television that this is a coup. The military has taken over. And what we saw was, after a meeting of about 2.5 hours with all the leaders of the country, with the exception of the caretaker prime minister, who was not attending, we understand at this point. And then all of a sudden, as one of the protest leaders was escorted out in a white van, which we know to be a military van, another white van behind him. It was we were unable to see who was inside that van. But then there was a sudden flurry of military. We were pushed back, and they cordoned off this army club here. Now, it's not certain at this point if there are still some of those participants inside the building. We know at least one of the protest leaders has been taken off in a military van. And so certainly it is a bit of a surprise that this did happen. We know that the caretaker prime minister, I'm just hearing, is still in Bangkok. So this is Niwatamrong. He decided not to come here today. He decided not to come here on Wednesday as well. So he did not participate in these 2 days of talks. He did send some representatives, so some of the ministers of the government that was in power also came here, but he is still in Bangkok. We understand at this point it's not clear whether or not he will be detained as well, but certainly we now know the military is in control of Thailand once again.